Okay, so good afternoon, class. So welcome to our P3 week 2. Okay, so sorry for the late upload of this video. So our for recorded class discussion. So for today we will discuss SAS 17 and 18. So disregard the day 13. Supposedly we have P3 week 2. Okay, so for today we will discuss the essay The Philippines a Century Hence and a letter to the women of Malolos. Okay, so let's start. So your kamustahan question again for today is if you Rizal could see the Philippines today, how do you think he would feel about the changes and challenges in our country? Okay. So summary of results, the Philippines a century hence. So this is one of the um, works. Okay, diba? Because the subject is life and work of Rizal. So we will talk about the works of Rizal. So here he calls for not prophesied but analyze what was happening during his time, and he foresee that this would happen after 100 years. This is the Philippines. This is how the Philippines will look after 100 years. Okay, so again, it is understanding the lost identity, that's uncertain future, and the call for reforms and the inevitability of revolution. Okay. So this essay was published in La Solidaridad. It starts by analyzing the various causes of our misfortunes suffered by the Filipino people. Publication date was September 30, 1899 to February 1, 1890. Okay. So in order to read the destiny of a people, it is necessary to open the book of the past. Okay. So Rizal look at it. What would be the situation of the Philippines within 100 years? Would the Philippines remain a colony of Spain? Would it become independent? And would it be a colony of another nation? Okay, so part one, let's look at the lost identity and the broken spirit. So the key points in this essay is that the essay starts with analysis of the causes of our misfortunes on series of the people in the Philippines. Rizal looked at the causes and identified in this article was that Spain's implementation of her military policies. Okay, Filipinos suffered under the Spanish rule, leading to depopulation and loss of cultural identity. The imposition of foreign culture. Diba? As I've discussed last meeting, we've discussed that, again, one of example, gambling. Gambling was not introduced, was not part of our Filipino culture, but it was introduced by the the Spaniards when they came to the Philippines. So those foreign cultures help us lose our Filipino culture. Diba? So it also lead to depopulation and the loss of, again, our cultural identity. Okay? Filipinos became ashamed of their traditions but later started recognizing their plight as a country. Okay? So again, according to Rizal, we gradually lost their ancient traditions, their recollections. We forgot their writings, their songs, their poetry, their laws in order to learn by heart other doctrines, which they did not understand, other ethics, other tastes, different from those inspired in the race by their climate and their way of thinking. So that was how Rizal looked at it. Okay. So the part two is the uncertain future. Okay. Rizal speculates on three possible futures of the Philippines. One, okay, continued Spanish domination with more rights. Okay. I think part of his analysis, that prophecy, the way he looked at again, Spanish would again give more rights to Filipino people. It's inevitable because again, people will demand for more rights. It's part of our nature as a people. Okay. Second, there would be independence through violent struggle, which happened during the Philippine Revolution. Okay, that resulted in the Philippine independence on June 12th. Okay, or lastly, persistent oppression leading to again inevitable conflict. He emphasizes that social change is unavoidable. Filip- Filipinos will demand more liberties. Again, it is unavoidable. Okay, like you students. Okay, if your parents is through controlling, you will demand for freedom. Di ba? Stricto kasi mama, stricto si mama. So you will demand freedom. It's a nature, by nature of person or humans as we are. Okay. Part three is the so-called call for reforms. Okay. So again, Rizal advocated for freedom of the press, which is essential to inform the Spanish government of the true situation. Because a thriving democracy, again, it needs a press that is not controlled by authorities. That is a basic tenet of a democracy, of a thriving democracy. And Rizal saw it na media, okay, grievances by the people should be freely expressed through platforms like newspapers, pamphlets. That is why one of the avenues of our Ilustrados was La Solidaridad. Okay. Second is representation in the Spanish Cortes, giving Filipinos a voice in governance. Okay. And Rizal also criticizes ineffective reforms and again call for changes to address the societal issues during that time. Okay. And lastly, the inevitability of revolution. Okay, history shows that long-term domination again leads to rebellion or destruction of the native population. Rizal asserts that Filipinos will inevitably seek independence unless Spain introduces reforms. And this extermination or denial of rights will only fuel the conflict. Okay, and also part of the analysis of Rizal was that America, okay, United States of America again, as an emerging nation, will ultimately colonize another country, and it resulted in the colonization of the Philippines, where in the Treaty of Paris we were sold for $20 million by the Spaniards. So again, Rizal look at it as again that is a uh, if you have powers now you have to exercise. If you become a superpower as a country, you exercise that power. Okay, you can see during by the Soviet Union during the Cold War, and now the Chinese is trying to extend its influence beyond its borders. Again, the same with United States. Even though United States is not colonizing another country, but its soft power is influencing the global world order. So that is inevitable. Okay. So that's how results a century hence was used. Okay. So let's proceed to SAS 18 or results letter to the young women of Malolos. Okay. Okay. So background is this letter was a response to the 20 women from Malolos who requested to open a night school to learn Spanish. Okay. And Rizal, because of that, Rizal admired their bravery and determination despite opposition from the Spanish friars. Because you have to remember, during that time, women has public education was not introduced in the country. Tapos, the role of women in the society was only um, to be in the household, to take care of the family, take care of the kids. So that is the only role of the women. That is why if you look at the Maria Clara Tibara, that is a true one of the, diba, as I've discussed in the past, that women during that time were chaperone. Okay? Always there should be a companion even with um, other people na kay boyfriend girlfriend during that time. um, you have to you cannot be seen together alone. There should be a tia Isabel or anyone that could be your companion mo nang lay word nga chaperon. Okay, so Rizal was amazed at the bravery and desire of the women of Malolos to demand their education. Because again, most of the time, si as mga conservative, dili pwede mangialam sa mga affairs. by men. Okay? So if you look at one of the scene in Maria Clara at Ibarra, I know it is a fictional character, fictional novel from the book of Rizal, but during the confrontation scene where Barbie Forteza, it showed that katong nag-English si Barbie Forteza, it showed na women, it's rare for those times that there is a woman that is there was a woman that is educated. Okay, so Rizal was very happy to know that there were women who are willing to break the conformity. Okay, so attack for Rizal, attack the blind obedience and ignorance. Okay, women should follow what was reasonable, just, and right. They should open their eyes to the injustices that surrounded them. Blind obedience to authority is not a trait that we should be proud of. Okay, so women has a role in nation building. There is a need to cultivate educated mothers so that they can raise educated children. And the Philippines cannot be free if we do not have an educated population. Okay? So equality of men and women. Rizal believe, okay, no one deserves to be slave of another human being. And Rizal, everyone deserves to live a life free from servitude, ignorance, and tyranny. Because according to Rizal, liberation, it must combat ignorance and blind obedience, and with result or education for women, and not only for men but also for women. So that is why Rizal emphasized the importance of education. Okay, so thank you very much.